okay, you see this presenter view, right? Okay, let me stop. Maybe I can just like a slideshow. Okay, cool. Here we go. So today I want to talk about the EF mandate. Well, before talking about that, like I'm actually here in a beautiful room, and I'm gonna talk about some sort of like aesthetics. So I want to actually feel where you are at. Like look at the beautiful room, like beautiful art. You know, ETH Prague has such a beautiful logos, and you know this event is really, really well created. So yeah, let's cultivate the essence of feeling. Okay, so I want to talk about the EF Monday art. A couple of weeks ago, I was in Tokyo, and someone told me that's like, "Oh, you're the designer of a Milady manifesto." I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of funny to." People have some sort of perception about some certain document. So this is kind of like an interesting moment. Like, okay, I really want to talk about my perception about the EF mandate. Maybe you can have a little bit clearer perception about the EF mandate. And also sharing my personal transformation creatively through the project, and then do a Q&A later. Okay, so what is EF mandate? The EF mandate is the document published by the board of the Ethereum Foundation for in March 2025, sorry, 26. A couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago. I feel like a long time ago already. But that defines the foundation stands for, what stands for, and why it exists. And then that is the foundation of everything Ethereum Foundation does, and then guidelines set by the board for the future leadership to follow, effectively lasting thousands years. And it outlines the core principles and practices for Ethereum as a sanctuary technology that brings self-sovereignty and the ability to coordinate at scale without surrendering the sovereignty to anyone. Very strong document. And to design that, the core design challenge I had was manifesting the new energy of the document, but also the new energy of how the Ethereum Foundation exists, and then probably the Ethereum ecosystem at large. And then soon after, I realized I need to work on transforming the old aesthetics to the new aesthetics, because aesthetics is a tool to understand the energy of the world. Does it make sense? Yeah. So I want to just go through the 2024 aesthetics, which is the Infinite Garden era. Like this. And that like pretty dreamy. The Infinite Garden is a vision of the Ethereum that we created, Infinite Games Playground. Right. And then in 2025, I started implementing the more AI amplified tools. I still draw a couple things in the picture. But I meant like Saga is like it's more more broad. It can go beyond. AI is amplifiers. So I was really excited about like implementing AI as well. A couple things like this, beautiful. It's awesome. But soon after, especially I finished the first version of the EF mandate, and I shared to everyone in the EF, and that was good. But the board member said, no good. It doesn't implement the energy. And then what I had to do was to break my judgment or attachment to create something good to beyond good, right? So I had to shatter myself, go beyond. It was really challenging. It was actually the moment, like, I really have to look at myself, like, why I like good thing, beautiful thing. And to explore, one of the inspiration was Milady. Does anybody know about Milady? Okay. Do you understand what it is? Okay, so to be honest, like, I was not super familiar with Milady before this project, but I went deep down, and then I learned really interesting stuff. So Milady is actually about creating the sense of abundance, and the sense of abundance of love in the digital age. And that creates some sort of like network spirituality. It's just some sort of a common purpose. And then to have the spirituality, you practice individually to create art or memes or to make something broad, right? And then the energy itself is the one similar to what we were looking for, and it's the sense of like revelating was really, really powerful. And that I personally thought that Milady energy was really, really close to the sense of the freedom that Ethereum, especially the mandate, was talking about. And then at large, it points to the very fundamental thing. It's a humanity itself, right? So, and if you want to learn more about the Milady, there's a couple of zines at the other side of the room. The Tim Clancy has brought 200 copies of Milady zines, so please take a look. Like, take it. Like, I have number 55 of 200. So this describes something about the faith of being radical, being cyberpunk. You can take whatever you want, but yeah, it's really strong zines. And I started working with Shiro. Shiro have been working as the artist to create the network spirituality aesthetics. And I also talked to Emma, my friend who lives in LA and Japan. She has been working as an artist and a musician, kind of like having an essence of like sensibility. And obviously, I have lots of influences and inspirations, including Freeland, or Zelda, or Dante's Divine Comedy, which is the journey from Inferno to Paradiso. Samurai, the Vagabond comics by Inoue. And don't forget about the anarchism, freedom. Right, those are a lot of influences. And then I was like, yeah, really soak into a lot of influence and then trying to reflect without any attachment, like without judging anything. So like trying to be open and then amplifying the aesthetics and yeah, like beauty, but what is more than beauty, right? So this the couple of iterations from left to right to go to the good to beyond good. And the last one was like, okay, when I showed to a couple of designers for the first time before showing to everyone, it was like, what the fuck? What happened? Right? Yes, I felt that too. Like, what did I do? Like, I didn't really understand why I did. So this is a little bit of details, like how that look. There's a lot of details, and also a lot of things are made by me, but also from AI. So it's like a mix of a lot of things. But the quote in the bottom left, hope springs eternal in the human breast, is Anthony Pope probably like 17th century. Sorry, I don't have the details because presenter view is gone. But it's the quote for the freedom, legal liberation. The East-chan in the center, it's the character made by Shiro, but also this is a cover, so it's like a beginning of the journey is starting. This is the cover for the first section. I actually wrote Japanese over here, like a dreaming is about learning love and then much, much bigger love. And the dreams are streaming into you and accept. This is the game of the dream. And this is like the amplify the infinite garden. And cultivating crops. So crops are the principles or properties of the Ethereum. The censorship resistance, open source, privacy, and security. Crop sounds like, crops, right? And this is a scene of the dark forest. We're going through the dark forest with lots of love. I was actually thinking about the samurai thing here. I practiced samurai for 2 months in Los Angeles, and then from the real Japanese samurai guys. And then when you do something samurai thing, to kill somebody, actually they have to use a lot of love, because love is the only way you can liberate your body. If you're fighting with fear, your body tighten up, you cannot do anything. So it's like, even to kill somebody, you have to actually have the humongous love, right? I thought that was actually really amazing. And through Monday, we talk about the love a lot. I think that's actually similar to that. Like, to do something, you have to really love it. Okay, so let's move on. Another game prompt case says activating sovereignty, and then the Chinese character or kanji says crops. Thank you. It's like a joke. That this Chinese character says Shushin Saike. It's a can take a look at my notes. I think it was like, cultivate self and regulate the family. It's a self-discipline, basically. And this is straightforward. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be brave. It's a good reminder all the time. And this is a scene of the subtraction. We have been talking about the subtraction years. Someone's walking the path you built. They're going farther than you imagined. Love. Beautiful. Cool. And this is the section of, resolving the quandaries. It's we have to have the challenges and the trade-offs. So it's like kind of like a big girl is like facing some challenges. That's kind of like we wanted to show that. And then we challenge it with team. And this is a section of the future. Future is a multi-dimensional, so it's not only the light, but also we have like a lot of things happening. And the bottom part is like still our base is an infinite garden. So let's move forward from here to the hopeful future. So around this section, like we want to kind of implement the journey of the Dante's, paradiso essence. And obviously, this is like divine light, right? For the Ethereum. And your future is our future. You're wired into the Ethereum. Affirm, and I love you. There's no way to go back. You're here already, so let's commit. So through this work, I was like, I shuttered myself, breaking my old myself, and creating something new, which is open. And then I feel like some sort of like creative freedom. And I feel so much lighter. Like, I don't feel something heavy. Like everything was like coming in and coming out. It was really natural. I spent about a week of this process, and it was such a, personally, I felt something transformative, right? And so those arts are available as a print. So if you want to download as the poster form, you can download this one. We have like PDF, big JPEG, and TIFF, which is super huge, but not that different, to be honest. Please download if you want to print by yourself. Okay. So I talked about the aesthetics. So how do I call this aesthetics? Right? What do you think? Okay, hypertrans rich, liminal, chrono, avant-garde, kawaii, divine, psychedelic, beyond modern. These representative wabi-sabi, cosmic, amplified, cipher, and love punks, everything, everywhere ism. This is a joke. I think I need your help to name it, because I don't have myself the right word to describe. Also, I'm still digesting this work. Like, I am really, always go back to this, and I felt like, wow, this is something different, and I'm also learning from this. Right, so I think this is interesting. Like, I don't have any attachment to this work. I feel like this is something happened, so I'm learning from it. Also, I want to emphasize the true form of the ETH Monday is on Ethereum, on a world computer, and our blog says it's free for anyone to read, interpret, and remix forever. We publish a canonical version of our own use, but it imposes no obligation to on anyone else. So, please take a look this way, and I just imagine how it can be. And some people did it already. Other form of the ETH mandate is how the Ethereum ETH mandate can exist. This is covered by one of the Infinite Garden artist cohort last year, Tiny. And this is another one by the same cohort, Felina, did this work. It's like a snake, like Adam and Eve is a snake, right? But it transformed into a dragon. And Shiro, who is collaborating for the ETH Monday art, also did her version as well. And anyone can do this, which is we're happy to see how it goes. Okay, now Q&A. Before that, I have some FAQs because people ask the same questions already. So, did you take any substance to create this aesthetics? No, but I felt it. So I felt like I was on something. It's like a feel for a week, right? I took racy actually, so might be it, right? Racy, the mushroom. Not the psychedelic mushrooms. Racy, you know racy? Racy or cordyceps type of things, right? Lion's mane, sorry, not racy. Lion's mane. Yeah. Okay, does the aesthetics represent Ethereum ecosystem? No. Our aesthetics is ours. We build it together. So every single person here can be the contributor of the aesthetics. So happy to build together. Okay, that's it. Any questions?
Hello. Thanks for the presentation. It's very inspiring to see and also hear your thoughts behind it, besides just trying to interpret them from what we see. Yeah. I'm curious if you, during this process, if you have explored other mediums besides visual mediums to try to interpret what the EF mandate could, I don't know, for example, sound like. Have you had any explorations of other mediums besides visual?
Yes, personally, I thought about a couple different mediums, but also like it's a part of my process. Like I draw something and then go beyond. Yeah, but also I want everyone to imagine any form is fine. Like for example, it can be a sculpture. It can be anything. Right? So I'd like to have you imagine whatever you want.
Hi, I have one question. Yeah, maybe I didn't catch it correctly, but what does the girl represent?
What is it? What?
What does the girl in the... okay. What does the girl represent, and if it changes during different phases, or how the people react towards her? Or...
The girls? Sorry,
Oh, okay.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
Each-chan.
Oh, East-chan.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we can go back. East-chan. East-chan is here. This one?
Yes.
Okay. So, and then what's your question?
Yeah, the question is, what does her represent, and if there is an evolution during the mandate between the relationship between the girl and the rest of the...
I actually, so this is done by Shiro, so I didn't impose too much about like what the story exactly, but kind of implemented her work. So she stands as a collaborator for me. So you can contact Zero if you have a question. She's, hold on.
The question was more about what it represents and if there is an evolution of that meaning through the mandate.
Okay, so it's actually up to you. I don't have an answer for it.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else with questions? We have a little bit of extra time, it seems.
Hi, Eliza here. Sorry if you already bring this point, but I think it's important because I got this question, or like I got in these discussions quite a lot. If like people can take the images from the mandate and do like things by themselves with that, I don't know, posting it in somewhere else, or like use it because everyone agrees that it's great art.
Okay, what's your question again? Like,
so if like people can like take in pictures of the mandate, of like what kind of license does it have, and if people can use the art?
Oh, I see. Okay. is that like, can you edit this one or something like that? Like a copy, take it. I think just, did we talk about that? No? It's like Creative Commons 0, right? Yeah, it's yeah, like a CC 0, I believe. So you can copy, modify, do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay. I have a question, actually.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the criticisms of the EF mandate and art style in the sense of cultish, let's say? Because there's a lot of very spiritual themes, and I think that's been open to many interpretations by malicious and positive actors.
Well, first, having criticism, like in my personal experience, like about 50% of people said something really, really critical, and some people like, that was shit. And some people said like, awesome, right? I thought that was actually, this is perfect. This is great. Like a 50-50 is awesome. I'm so happy personally, and great. But for the criticism, I understand, and yeah, I'd love to understand more. Like, yeah, culty maybe, but it's also depending on the personal experiences and stuff, right? So, yeah, I'm happy to hear, but also, it's more like a reflection of what's going on. So, pure reflection to the energy itself. So it was not intention to make it like culty or something.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyone else has some interesting questions? We're still extra on time. Okay. Thank you very much, Tomo. Let's have one great round of applause for this amazing artist.
Okay, thank you so much.
Do we have a speaker?